Into our control room just seconds ago. Joe Tacopina is the attorney for Joran Vandersloot. He's been watching the breaking developments on the Holloway case and is here to react. Joe, thanks for joining me tonight. What's your reaction?
Well, Kimberly, I wasn't watching a breaking developments. Kimberly, what I was watching was a bunch of fiction and fantasy and more misfacts and mistruths and misstatements of facts in this case. And Kimberly, I call in out of respect and friendship for you. I don't pay any attention to Yossi next door. He's an individual who's made this case his own bully pulpit. He stands out there. He's fabricated evidence in this case. He's been cited by the Aruban courts as having fabricated false evidence, published it. He's someone who I now think is on the verge of senile. So I'm not worried about Yossi Mansour. He has zero credibility in anyone's book. The prosecution has cited him as fabricating evidence. But let's get back to what you've been talking about as if it were fact, Kimberly, when it's not fact, which is that Antonio Carlo, Joran's Aruban attorney, said anything to the prosecutor that remotely resembles him talking about Joran's involvement in Natalie's disappearance. I've spoken to Antonio over the last several days. He said nothing of the sort. He obviously believes in Joran. He still represents him in Aruba. As a matter of fact, he was in court just last Thursday on the 30th of November with Karen Johnson discussing the closing before a judge, the closing of this case against Joran once and for all. And this never came up. Karen Johnson is not bringing this allegation to any court or anywhere. Antonio never said any such thing. So let's not assume it's fact and he's losing his law license when he never said anything. What this is, Kimberly, is just another sad episode in this tragedy where people misstate truth and fact, starting out with that Dr. Phil tape that was doctored, starting out with the false confessions that everyone heard were made from the jail cells by Joran and the Calvo brothers, which proved to be false, including the false affidavit that was submitted by Beth Holloway in her lawsuit against Joran in New York by someone who claimed that Joran was a sexual predator. We got an affidavit from that person who said they never said such thing, and the affidavit submitted before the court was false in a lawsuit that we got dismissed, Kimberly. So when we start talking about evidence in this case, let's talk about evidence. Let's not talk about fiction, fantasy, and this is why the case is the state is in, Kimberly. That's
right, Joe. I did ask Yossi Mansour why he hasn't come forward then with that tape or the transcript that he claims that he has of it. Why he hasn't given it to the authorities? He said he's going to give it when the case goes to trial. Then he will turn it over to the prosecutor's office.
You need an arrest, Kimberly, before a case goes to trial. I mean, they can't solve the case. If he has any real evidence, this guy is a buffoon. He's been saying there's a witness from the bike. He's the one who said there was a jogger. He's the one who said there was a car. He's led the police in Aruba on more wild goose chases than any single individual.
Joe, what about Chief Dompig then?
Well, I don't know what to make of Chief Dompig, except he got fired. The last thing I heard about Chief Dompig, Kimberly, was he got fired because he went on national TV in the United States and said that he doesn't believe Joran or the Calvo brothers, for that matter, are killers, and that he believes that Natalie overdosed and killed herself based on excessive narcotics consumption, and then he got fired.
But there's no evidence to support that whatsoever.
Absolutely not. But there's no evidence to support anything else, Kimberly, but we talk about it as if it were a fact. When they get some evidence against Joran, which will never happen because it had nothing to do with her involvement, then we'll have an intelligent conversation.
All right. Well, I think everyone wants this case to be solved, and whoever's responsible to be put away and punished as they should be for it. So I'm all for any information coming forward to see that happens.
You got it.
Joe, thanks for joining me tonight.